Can we please stand so that Pastor can bring the opening meeting of the prayer?
Let us pray. Father, my God, we thank you for who you are and what you are to each of us. And oh God, we pray your blessing upon this board and this village president as they deal with the concerns of this village. Might they do it knowing that they're accountable first of all to you and to those that they serve. Oh God, bless them, bless their families, bless this community. Lord, bring the resources that would move this village forward in such a way that you would be pleased. Lord, just have your way and do it all for your glory. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Okay, regular village board meeting of trustees, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026 at 5:07. Come to order. Can I have a roll call?
Trustee James Morgan.
Present.
Trustee Elliot Harper. Trustee Stacy Perry.
Present.
Trustee Jermaine Hooks.
Present.
Mayor Freddie Wilson.
Present.
Let the record reflect that trustees Tyrese Andrews and Johnny Griffin are not in attendance, but a quorum has been established.
Motion to adopt the May 6, 2026 regular meeting minutes. Can I have a motion? So moved by Mr. Trustee Hooks.
Second.
Second by Trustee Morgan. Roll call.
Trustee Harper.
Yes.
Trustee Perry.
Yes.
Trustee Morgan.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
Yes.
The motion has carried to adopt the May 6, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
A motion to adopt the May 14, 2026 special meeting minutes. Can I have a motion? So moved. So moved by Mr. Hook. Trustee Hooks.
Second.
Second by Trustee Morgan. Roll call.
Trustee Perry.
Yes.
Trustee Morgan.
Yes.
Trustee Harper.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
Yes.
The motion has carried to adopt the May 14, 2026 special meeting minutes.
Can I have a motion to adopt the May 20th, 2026 regular meeting minutes? So moved. So moved by Mr. Hooks. Trustee Hooks.
Second.
Second by Trustee Stacy Perry. Okay.
Trustee Morgan.
Abstain.
Abstain.
Yes.
Trustee Harper.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
Yes.
Trustee Perry.
Yes.
Motion carried to adopt the regular meeting minutes for May 20th, 2026. Let the record reflect that Trustee Johnny Griffin has entered the regular Board of Trustees meeting at 5:10.
Mayor's report. I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to mention that the truck repair center, the truck company, Peoria Trucking, had collaborated with the village and gave 37 kids jobs for the summer, along with the village. And I think it's a great thing that we got the kids out here doing some things besides cutting weeds and picking up paper. I'm also offering myself a class to the students. I have like 8 kids that I'm teaching how to read tape measures, how to use a level. So I got, the women are more advanced than some of the guys that I'm teaching, and they catch on so fast. They reading the tape measure like they've been doing it all the time. And some people, you know, I had a rough time reading the tape measures when I was a shorty, and now they catch on, and it's amazing that they on top of everything that I show them and ask them. Show them one time, and they got it down packed. So I'm very happy to say that the village is moving forward with the summer youth program for the kids. But I thank Peoria Truck Company for coming on board and carrying half of their bill, which is quite a bit to ask somebody to come and help with the kids that's from Fort Heights. And what we was doing is giving the kids an opportunity to work and get some skills and learn to learn how to do things that's gonna benefit them down the line later. And I'm truly impressed the way the kids that I have, the 8 kids that I have, are grasping hold to the construction side. I'm gonna teach them how to frame walls up, how to use levels, and even one day they may get together and build a house. But I'm working on some things with the kids, and the board has approved that, and it's a great thing for the village to be able to help the kids. And it's for the 8th graders only that's going to 9th. I mean, pretty much, so that the parents don't have to carry that load by themselves, sending their kid to high school at Bloom Trail. And plus, I'm training them so that they understand you can't get to Bloom Trail carrying yourself any kind of way, because they will kick you out, and now you'll be out here on the street. So I'm constantly instilling that into the kids' heads so that they understand they got to be on their best behavior when they go over there to that school. Same school that I went to, and it hasn't changed much. It's still the same routine where if you do something and you live in Fort Heights, you kicked out without no questions asked. And I'm not just saying this, they kicked 19 kids out of school one time from Fort Heights. 19. Wow. That's unheard of to me. And my daughter was one of them 19, so I understand how serious it is to make the kids understand that you have to settle down and you have to do what those teachers over there asking you to do in order to get your high school diploma and graduate. I'm feeling pretty good about the way things is going for the village. It's starting to look up, you know. Things were struggling for a minute where we was on different pages and trying to do different things, but I think overall the trustees and the clerk, we all gotta work together to make things happen for the village. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta do what's best and what's right for the village. And that's what I'm asking all the trustees and the clerk to come on board and let's settle down and forgive each other if something we done and be about the community. Because the people put us in office. They put me in this seat. And sometimes I wish they hadn't, but it is what it is. And now I'm here, I'm gonna do my best to do what needs to be done for the community. I'm not gonna quit. I don't care how hard things get, I don't care how difficult it is. I'm not walking out on the people, because the people put me in this seat. And I respect them enough to stay here and fight the fight, whatever it is. But I'm asking the board We gotta come together as one because we got some serious issues with Chicago Heights Water. We done a temporary fix so they didn't turn our water off. We got some serious issues with some companies that suing us because they wasn't paid, and they gotta be paid. But how do you pay without no money? So we got some issues that we gotta work out, come together, and understand that it's for the community. It ain't about me. You ain't gotta like me, like I said. I ain't gotta like you, but let's do what's best for the community. And let's respect each other. And pretty much that's it on my report. And now I'm asking for legal to come with a report.
Thank you, Mayor. In the spirit of what you just said, we are still waiting for some authorization and direction relative to some of that litigation. And I know I sent an email requesting a meeting, and I look forward to getting together with yourself, the village administrator, and Chairman of Finance, Trustee Andrews, to at least begin some of those conversations to try to move the village forward and deal with some of those difficult issues that are pending. So I too applaud the village board for wanting to work together to move this village forward, because it's imperative that we do that, because there are some serious problems out there. So that's it, Mayor. I have nothing further.
Thank you, Attorney. Presentation by Mr. Pittman. Now,
Good evening. I'd like to say thank you for having me. My name is Dana Pittman. I hope you know I'm a big boy and a man, so don't make fun of my name being Dana, right? So I'm Dana Pittman. I'm the executive director of a not-for-profit organization called Unstacked Inc. We're currently located in Chicago, Illinois, on the south side of Chicago. We have a program several programs, as a matter of fact, that we would like to present to the Ford Heights community. Let me state this. I'll put some packets together explaining who we are, what we are, and why we are. Now, I'm sure everybody here knows about the south side of Chicago, right? You watch the news, right? Yeah. So we're offering these programs to Ford Heights. And let me state this. Thank you, Mayor, for inviting us out. We're not here to sell ourselves. We're not here to sell anything. We're here only to offer services. We have done a lot of research on Ford Heights. We do realize that you are doing a lot of good things in this community. We want to be an organization that adds to what you guys are doing, right? We're not coming out here trying to say we're saviors. We're not coming out here saying, that we have all the answers, but you can trust and believe that the programs we've initiated on the south side of Chicago, we've been working very hard to create a transferable model. Now, we're CVI, right? Community Violence Intervention. We're not coming out here to Ford Heights saying, oh, your crime level is so great, we're gonna come out here and ride out here and say, no. What we're saying is that we have perfected some models that work. What are those models? We have what we call community outreach, right? Where we have individuals and we hire from within whatever community. We're in Burnside now, so we will hire residents from Burnside community, right? So they bring together all components and work and collaborate with all components of that said community, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's the religious community, whether it's the business community and the community at large, the residents, right? We have what we call a peacekeeper initiative, where if there are hotspots within Ford Heights where there's a lot of illegal activity going on, then we would post up in vehicles and on foot residents that are respected within your community. We would train them, right? And then they would post up to help quell that block or that area. We call it community mapping, where we see where the hot spots at, so we're very strategic with that move. And it's working. We went from like crime on the south, in our community, on the south side to Chicago, we're down to what, sir? About 2%? Yes. Now, yeah. So let me introduce Mr. Rodney Phillips. He is our CVI site coordinator. He travels across the country helping set up CVI programs across the country. And it works. Our CEO is Mr. O. Mustafa Miller, right? And through his vision, that's why we're doing this work, right? Mr. Youssef, right? He is a contractor with Unstacked Inc., and he's very instrumental. Miss Desiree Burks, she's a program manager and special assistant to the CEO. I asked her to stay at home, but he won't let her stay at home, right? She gotta be with him, right? With that being said, those are two components. The third component is what we call Pathways to Peace program. What is Pathways to Peace? That's where we work and operate. And I heard the mayor talking about teaching kids crafts, where we're currently in 5 schools on the south side of Chicago. We run after school programs in those schools. We run in-school programs in those schools. We're bringing them, teaching them how to open their own businesses. They're learning how to make, you see the sweatshirts with the embroidery on it. We're teaching them how to start that business. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to commit crime. You can have your own name, your own brand, right? And they're doing it. We're about to start a tailoring program where we have a guy working with, we're talking to Craig Hodges, the basketball player, and some of his people about opening up a tailoring program. You don't have to commit crime. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to do these type of things. We're community violence interveners, intervention, right? So we have an R3 component where we do re-entry, right? So right now we go into various minimum security correctional facilities, right? We spend the day with those inmates, right? And we talk to them, we do intakes on them, right? So that we want them to come back to our communities as productive citizens, right? And that's our goal. We're here to offer these things as well as we're opening up halfway houses. So we would like to open up a transitional housing piece within Ford Heights, right? Now within our goal is simply this. With the transitional housing, we are well aware of the bad name that a lot of these initiatives have, especially transitional housing, right? A lot of that is because of failures on IDOCs, some, right? You know, you house someone, right, for a long period of time, right? And if you don't fully educate them and if they have not changed their minds yet, then if you bring them back to the community, right, they can sometimes go in worse than when they came out. Now here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of them coming home anyway. And they coming back to Ford Heights. They coming back to the south side of Chicago, right? They're coming back to the west side of Chicago. But what person or individual that went in IDOC, what type of person is returning to these communities, right? Unstacked Inc. main goal is to assist, right, and providing workshops, right, and providing housing, right, that will train individuals, help put their feet on the right path, right? Because our goal is for them to be neighbors. And some need to know how to be a neighbor. So if we were here and partnering with Ford Heights on even the transitional housing piece, right? We would manage the house. A lot of the transitional housing has a bad name because a lot of people won't even tell you that they're opening up transitional housing. They'll just rent it like they're gonna live there, yeah, right? And then, you know, they'll put whoever in there, and now robbery goes up, rape goes up, what have you, right? So our piece, we've established some programs, and I've laid some out, and I know the mayor's saying I have to close, but I want to introduce Mr. Youssef to talk about what our plan is, the people that we will. See, our goal is to restore individuals off the street, out of prison, to useful citizenship. Can you elaborate on that?
Thank you, brother, and peace to everybody here. What I understand,
Stand on. He's on camera. We don't have a mic to get to. Go ahead, buddy.
No.
They can't hear you. Also, I would like to say where it comes. We located the funding for this. We ask nothing for the village. We bring funding, our own funding, for any one of these initiatives. Come on, Seth.
Thank you. Unstack really believes that we have some of the solution to crime, some of the solution to the ill treatment that some of the individuals receive when they come home from prison. Our position with crime is that it's not a phenomenon that can be stopped or any kind of way impeded by the, what am I saying, the City Hall. We don't believe that crime can be stopped by City Hall. Our belief is that crime is a spiritual problem, not a political problem. So therefore, it's got to be served and helped mainly by the religious community, because crime is a civic term that has been placed on what Allah has said is a sin. Crime is a sin against God. This is our belief, this is our point that we go ahead on. And we believe that to correct crime, you've got to correct the person's thinking towards crime. Crime is not a civic issue. It's a spiritual issue. Long before there was an America, long before there was Ford City, someone else said, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not rob. Now, who was that? We know that that was God telling us on how to manage ourselves. So in order to get that started back again, to stop crime, you got to instill in these youngsters. And I'm speaking from a person who stands before you who has done 54 years in penitentiary. I was locked up for 54 years in penitentiary. So I believe I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about crime and cause of crime. Crime is caused because there is an unmindfulness of God. There's an unmindfulness of God. And the only way that you can stop crime is to restore that mindfulness. One of the positions that unstacked he takes is that we're here to restore that mindfulness of God. If we can do that, then we can put a stop to crime. Other than that, you just whistling Dixie. And I'm saying this from a person who spent 54 years in the penitentiary, watching you trying to solve crime from a political point of view. It's not a political issue, it's a spiritual issue. That's what it's got to be worked. Unstack has come to do that, to impress upon you what the stars was when you talk about crime. If you can instill, restore that mindfulness, then we can stop crime. And we want the village here to help us. We come here to work with you. We actually want to start a model program. We can show you that what we put on the table, it works. If you would just give us the time, energy, and consideration, we can show you that what we're bringing, it works.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more minute. Mrs. Rockefeller.
Good evening, y'all. Glad to be amongst y'all. I'm the site director for Unstack Inc. And I manage the violence prevention part of it. But first, I'm gonna talk about Unstack a little bit. As an Unstack came about through Mr. Miller's vision of removing the barriers for young men and women, unstacking the deck. So that's what we believe in. We believe in unstacking the deck. We believe, like the brother said, being restored, not being punitive, and hiring people in our community who have lived experience. The people who closest to the problem, we believe they the ones that can solve the problem. We believe that the young men and women y'all have here, once we, like you say, pour into them spiritually, they care about their community, they're the ones to be able to make the change. So, me being a site director, I believe in a trauma-informed approach, being restorative, and being hyper-local, meaning the people from the village must raise the village. I ain't gonna speak much, I'm just saying that we have a proven model, we have a vision, we committed and we passionate, and we love to unify and work together to make the community safe.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now, we had clerk communication by the clerk, Ms. Nyree Ford.
So just to give you a recap, we had a recycling event on last Saturday and it went really well. We had over 40 cars. I don't have the numbers on how much we have accumulated in terms of what was shredded, the medicines that was taken in, and the outdated electronic events, but we did have great participation, which is gonna lend into our community-wide cleanup effort, which we have 2 dates here that we're looking at. Saturday, either Saturday, June 20th or Saturday, June 27th from 10 to 1. So hopefully you all will participate in this effort to clean up our village, to make it attractive, not for others, but for ourselves, in light of what the gentleman was talking about, to show that we are good neighbors for one another. And to end, we will be doing a light celebration in observance of Juneteenth, which will be that Thursday from noon to 2:30. So hopefully you all will come out and do light refreshments and a light activity acknowledging and learning about Juneteenth. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Ms. Ford, I have a question. Will there be any dumpsters on this cleanup location, or do we have any dumpsters that we're putting out, or?
Trustee Harper is working on that effort.
When Chinese see if we can go over this company, with the one we've been dealing with. So I'm planning on seeing him
I think we need to look into, actually, what's his name, Gary. from GMI. He's here in the village, and he owned a dumpster company. So he would probably pretty much work with us and give us a fair price on some dumpsters. Gary from GMI, yes. Thank you, Ms. Ward. Communication report. Finance. So there will be no finance report. We will be moving into the next board meeting. Okay. Personnel, Ms. Trustee Stacy Perry.
Vice Personnel, I am excited to hear about the youth program, like the mayor mentioned. And I will be in office next week, so I get a chance to meet some of the youth, the kids for the youth program. Also, I do have a date for the fest this summer. It will be August 7th and 8th, and I will get a chance to talk to you, Mr. Rex. Okay, so that's it for financial, personnel.
Thank you, Ms. Perry. Police and Fire, Trustee Morgan.
Mayor, if the board would allow, Chief Drake to, give a quick synopsis on what's going on. If that's all right with the board.
I'm okay with the board. Yeah. Yes, okay, Mr. Drake. First of all, I want to say that my chief, which chief of the fire department, was in the hospital having major surgery. I knew nothing about it, and hopefully that these type of things don't happen, where the chief of the fire department is in the hospital and the mayor don't know nothing about it, because I definitely would have went to see the chief or called him or reached out or something. Had no idea he'd been in the hospital for a month. So hopefully we got to do better on our communication, Mr. Drake.
So board, there's three things that I want us to see what we can do. I know we're getting ready to come up to August and July. Come July 2nd, our area will go to 800 megahertz. So this is why I've been pushing to get our dispatch signed up, because once that happens, we will not be able to communicate with no other town for fire dispatch. That means we're sitting ducks without dispatch. So I want to see what we can do to move that forward. I'm waiting on the signature for fire recovery. We all agreed on it, got the resolution. I need to get that going. That's no charge to the village. That's collecting money from our calls that we're out there doing. So I would like to see that move forward. We're waiting on that. We also need to get this all moved forward, because this is what's gonna hold us up from getting our ambulance service started. We were shooting to try to get that ambulance up and running by January 1st. Without dispatch, I cannot even talk to the state to get our license. So without any of these things moving forward, we're just falling behind and further with the terms and the times with other departments and the fire service. It's not just for the village and the firefighters, it's also community. We all are gonna suffer from it. We gotta see what we can do. I know you guys wanted to let the lawyer look at things. Yes, we cannot afford to dispatch in 5 years, but Mayor, in 5 years, I'm hoping not to even be on the general funds and us be on the fire collecting enough money from our ambulance, and all other things. We'll be paying for our manpower, all other bills that come up with the fire department. Years ago, that's how it used to be when we had the ambulance, and I worked with Donald Hackley and Mona. So I would like to see us have that ambulance get up and running again and get back to the future with everyone else, with dispatch and everything else to move us forward. Other towns want to work with us. They see what we have. We got a 19 group of men and women, all certified to work on that ambulance, all certified in the state of Illinois to be a firefighter. We ain't never been like that in Fort Heights, so I would like us to keep moving forward and changing times. That's pretty much it for me.
One other thing, Mayor, if we can set up a time, if I can meet you tomorrow or the next day to set up a time where me, you, the clerk, you said no already? You don't need to hear what I'm saying?
I'm just kidding.
And Chief Drake, because Chief Jackson is,
He got discharged today as of
But he's
3
still
o'clock.
real sick.
Yes. He actually said he is gonna be trying to set up a meeting with you and the mayor within the next week. Because it's a lot of things that we gotta get, because we're getting ready to get out of the state.
Me, you, the clerk, or
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, we can get together. So I'll talk to him tomorrow, give him time to rest. I'll talk to him tomorrow, and then I'll check with you by Friday.
I was just saying no, because you know, you used to say no to everything and come on the table, so I was just pulling your leg, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
you good.
Thank you, Mayor.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
Thank you.
Streets and alleys, Mr. Drake. You got a question for Mr. Drake?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Did
sir.
you do any research on how much it's gonna cost to get that ambulance up and running?
Yes, I have been doing research, and I actually been trying to reach out and get all our information so we can get this grant that was open for us. That's gonna help. Yes, it's gonna cost me about $15,000 by the end of it, all done and said, but that's not gonna have to come all the way initially out. Just like my dispatch, we could sign the contract and we could pay quarterly, monthly. It's just like some of the equipment that I had set up and tried to buy. It's all set up over a 6-year lease, or it's different ways of payment. And I have been looking up different ways and avenues of paying, and I have got also other departments to donate some things.
And you have conversed with the mayor in reference to that financially?
Really, I haven't brought it to the board yet at all, or the mayor, because I gotta get dispatch. So I can't move forward on the ambulance without dispatch. I got shut the door pretty much on by the state and IDPH for getting my license and everything to move forward.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, legally, we gotta have dispatch anyways.
I understand.
The state's already on us and called, FCC has called, Mr. Woods have brought it to our attention that we're getting ready to be fined for not having dispatch. We
Here's
lost
my
our-
point, okay? My thing is why have to fix a vehicle after you get your dispatch? Why not be prepared for it when you get your dispatch in?
Our vehicles are all ready to go. We have stretchers and everything in them. Only thing I had to get is updated equipment. Updated meaning gauze, Rolex, Acrylics, everything that take care of the patients. Believe me, everything in those ambulances is pretty much updated. When we bought those from Joliet for that $1 donation, they gave us everything to pretty much go out on the street. Only things that I gotta update and get is AD and things like that. That most of those things I'm already on top of and got numbers for.
That was my question.
Once
just
I
being
move forward,
prepared
I
for
could
it.
get.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and
Just being prepared.
I'm hoping within that first year of that ambulance up and running, most of my bills will be getting taken care of. That's including manpower and maintenance and for my fire engines and ambulance.
Just making sure
I-
that if we need to do something, we're prepared. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, I'm not gonna put it like this. I know my village is not wealthy. I know we are working with a select amount of money, and I know most of my stuff that we are getting is through donations or grants, and we know not to even try to make a bill that's gonna outrageously not be able to be done. So, believe me, I am well aware not to even hopes and dreams that high like that. Get it done with what we got. That's how we've been doing it for the last 20-something years I've been on the department.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Strickland. Public health and sanitation.
I'll be,
Public health. You got both of them, Mr. Harper?
No, just get one, Mayor, just get one. Just get me.
Oh, I'm sorry, streets and alleys, Mr. Harper.
no. I'm waiting to get some more information for the purchase number one.
Same response.
And,
Let me say it out loud. Same response.
He said he waiting to get some more dumpsters.
information
Information.
from the guy about what the cost is.
Okay.
And I need to know how far along the repairs for the streets.
You asking who that was?
You,
We gotta look into that.
I'll have a full report next morning.
All right. Now to public health and sanitation. Even though, Mr. Griffin?
No report.
Thank you, sir. Housing development, Mr. Hooks.
I'd like to say, I got a report. I'd like to say, Lee, you got that, the apartments looking real nice over there. Thank you. I can't wait till the second one get built. And Bobby, we trying our best to get these taxes waived off these houses. So I gotta get with the mayor, whatever, we gotta talk to the attorneys and see what we got to do, our next process, what we got to do. Appreciate it.
Well, we got an attorney that's on top of some things, and I believe that we can put that issue in front of her also.
That's my report now.
Okay. Old business. Now, I want to strike that on the old business about paying the 20,000. Yes.
So move.
Second. So moved by Trustee Morgan.
To do what?
I wanted to strike this.
Strike it?
Yes. Because I've been speaking with someone that's going to take care of that bill, which is 20,000. Right, more? You got that? Okay, new business. Now, you want to explain that since you put it before me?
New business?
Yes.
So,
Just get the lawsuit.
well, discussion, Chicago Heights lawsuit, E, or where?
Just get the lawsuit.
Oh, well, we was gonna go in,
Oh, all right.
Or you wanna do it afterwards or before?
I'm saying, like, we ain't voting this right now. We got, like, we vote.
no, we're going to stroke it off the agenda.
Yeah, there's no, I mean the Olson bill?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, it could die for lack of a motion, so there's no, yes, yeah, there's no,
Okay.
so to pay, so it dies for lack of a motion. It could be brought back in a future time, the mayor indicated that we're talking something on
Okay.
that. I have no update on the Chicago Heights lawsuit at this time. If there would be an update, since it is out there pending litigation and it's up again in the fall, with the July 1st date out there pending, I would ask to go in closed session, but there's no need for that today. Unless somebody else.
And board, we definitely have to get on top of this with Chicago Heights.
July.
In August. The rest of August.
Well, July and August.
No, just August.
So long as we get it done before we go.
Sure. There's no update. I did receive an email from Attorney Clinton, but, you know, there's no other update there.
Okay.
Okay, and that motion to adopt the,
So there, I get, under new business, I think this will be postponed to the next board meeting whereby you would get the full text of the amendment Basically, what this sets, provides for under the old Open Meetings Act is rules relative to public comment, how they're conducted, how they proceed, length of public comment. So I would ask the clerk to get those to everybody for the next board meeting, at which point in time I'd be happy to answer questions.
Citizens remark.
Go ahead.
My name is Louis Robinson. First I was gonna start off, I was gonna say, you guys kind of brought it up about the, I guess the trucking company giving the village, I guess, money for the children or the kids, or something like that. But I was just gonna say, probably like the last meeting, that wasn't brought out as much as who was donating money for the program. It was just put out that the village was giving money.
No.
I'm just saying, I'm saying, this is what I got from the meeting, that it was posted.
No, it was posted wrong.
So my point,
Peoria Trucking.
so my point that I was making was, because it came out like that it was the village doing it. So I was saying, you might want to document and keep copies of the checks and any monies that the towing company or the trucking company give to the village of Fort Heights for the program, because the current system that you're using is kind of like app. Because like I said, the meeting, it went one way and it was showing that the village was doing it. As me being owed some money, I'm like, man, the village giving like 20-some thousand or whatever for this, and gave me nothing. Then today, I come to this one, it's like, oh, this trucking company is donating money. So I'm saying, you know, village kind of get on your toes and stuff like that, because you got people like me that are watching, all right? And the other thing I was gonna say, the village hasn't had a meeting with the police, my lawsuit. They haven't had a meeting with the police and the union. And I'm like, you know, this is the first time since all this stuff's been going on since, like I said, 2008. This is the first time that we haven't had a meeting with the village administration. So, I mean, unfortunately, Mayor, your administration, you haven't had a meeting with them. But the other thing with that was, the people we were talking to, like Trustee Morgan, is over that committee, but then he was gone. Then it was somebody else. Only person that stayed on that committee was Trustee Hooks. Then Trustee Griffin, I was getting messages, he's not on it anymore, so then it's like we can't set up anything. Then I think it was Andrews was on it, so I'm kind of like, who's on the committee? Because we can't set up a meeting because there's nobody. It's just kind of like up in the air. Then I was gonna say, let me see. So I was gonna say no meetings. Since we don't have no meetings, so when we have these your board meetings and the trustee don't have anything to talk about because he hasn't had a meeting with anybody. And let me see. The money owed to me and the other gentleman, it's a judgment. I was like, one of the trustees is like saying that's negotiable. And I'm like, it's a judgment. That's not negotiable. You might have heard from somebody else that you negotiate, but it's a judgment. It is what it is. Then, let me see. Other thing I was saying, everybody gets paid. We say in Chicago Heights, yeah, I understand Chicago Heights is owed money. Yeah, you gotta pay them because the citizens been paying their bills and they need to get paid. Then you got these other people, but I'm sitting there going, you know, the lawsuit with these officers is bigger than theirs. And it's called interest is adding on to it. And again, the citizens, while we're sitting here, every police officer will get paid every day as if he's here because there's a contract. He gets paid every day like he's here, even though he's not here. And so then, on that, just say if you got like $500-some thousand, was it $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 interest added to that every year? It's not negotiable. It's not like you can negotiate. That's gonna be added to that, and it's going every year where everybody's sitting back just going, oh, that's not important. You know what I'm saying? It's not negotiable. The other thing is, right now, you got a good law firm that's up there that's handling business for Fort Heights. Trustees, y'all get in here and be acting all crazy and stuff like that. Don't mess around and lose this good attorney law firm. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be young, because you know don't nobody else wants you guys. And everybody know that. So I'm like, y'all, let's stop effing up and get on the same page, and so he can help you guys. and give me some money.
Thank you.
Trustee, give me some tamales.
Thank you, sir.
Put me on the payroll.
Teresa Gordon, Richmond, 1303 Cottage Grove. I brought this up a couple administrations ago about the signs, the street signs. They're supposed to have it somewhere back in somebody's office back there. You're supposed to have the street signs. They're waiting on the poles to be put out. That's why I said administration's back. You know, y'all supposed to have them back there. They're supposed to wait on the poles to come up and you put the street signs back up. And to this day, we still ain't got no street signs up in the streets. So my question is, where's the street signs and where's the poles to go up? So, you know, I mean, I live out here, I know half the streets out here, and I grew up out here, and I can still name half of them.
Well, you had to speak to Mr. Hopper about that. He's over streets and alleys. And he could probably give you some insight on that. Mr. Hopper said he'll talk with you, Mr.
All right, all right.
All right, Pastor. So,
Citizens. I can say something else?
all in favor? All in favor? Close the meeting.
A motion to
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved by. Second. So moved by Mr. Griffin, second by trustee Hooks. Y'all know what I'm thinking about. All in favor? Motion adjourned.